Hey guys and gals, DnA Plays here, and today I'm going to be going over my top 10 favorite Pokemon of all time. Now most of these will be in no particular order, save for the number one spot being my most favorite Pokemon of all. Of course, these are just my opinions, so take these as more ones that I love as opposed to ones that are competitively viable or good. Please make sure to like this video and subscribe if you want to see more, and without further ado, let's jump right into it. The first Pokemon on my list is Psyduck. This is a Water-type Pokemon introduced in Generation 1 and is number 54 in the Pokedex. I love Misty Psyduck in the anime. It's airheaded most of the time, but in the right circumstances saves the heroes on many occasions. This innocent, goofy-looking thing is basically a walking psychic time bomb. Give it a bit of a headache and boom, everything around it's leveled by a psychic blast. Aside from that, just look at this big, fat, yellow duck. How can you not love him? The next Pokemon is Scizor. This big metal bug boy was introduced in Generation 2 and is number 212 in the Pokedex. He has an awesome color scheme and is designed really well. I love how his blades have turned into these huge vice grips and how they look like little critters attached to his arms. This is a Pokemon that I use in any game that it's available, and I'm still actively using one in Sword and Shield today. Coming in at number 8 is Alakazam. This is a Psychic-type Pokemon introduced in Generation 1 and it's number 65 in the Pokedex. This thing is super powerful, especially in the Generation 1 and 2 stat system. I think the whole spoon-bending design is really cool and really lets you know that he has a powerful mind. It's also super adorable that if an Alakazam likes you a lot, it will give you one of his spoons. The next Pokemon on the list is Galerion Zapdos. Now this is a newer Pokemon being introduced in Generation 8 in the Crown Tundra DLC. It is the Galarian form of the Kanto legendary bird of the same name and is number 145 in the Pokedex. This thing is a fighting flying type with a special attack called Thunderous Kick. Its Pokedex entry says that it destroys things just by kicking them. This one made the list because I love ostriches, and this is much better look for Zapdos than its Cantonian counterpart. Number 6 on my list is Ampharos. This is an electric Pokemon introduced in Generation 2 and is number 181 in the Pokedex. This thing is so stinking cute. It's just a big, shocky sheep and I love it. These things are used in the Pokemon world as lighthouse lamps and to send signals across long distances. You can even see its tail light from space, it's so bright. This is a Pokemon that is one of my go-tos in any Johto playthrough. I also love how its shiny form is pink to further show how when it evolves, it is literally electrocuting the wool off of itself. The next entry on my list is Arcanine. This big fluffy fire dog was introduced to us in Generation 1 and is number 59 in the Pokedex. Look at this sweet fuzzy baby and tell me you don't love him. This thing is the only legendary Pokemon to exist according to the Pokedex. With a fire burning within itself as fuel to run long distances, I bet he would make a great cuddle dog on a cold or rainy day. Time traveling into spot number 4 is Dialga. This is a steel and dragon type Pokemon who was a box art legendary in Generation 4. He is number 483 in the Pokedex. I love llamas, and this thing just looks like a cool llama of time. Even with that design, though, it still manages to look imposing. This thing controls time, and time flows based on its heartbeat. Definitely do not want to give this thing a fright, or we may end up 100 years in the future in the blink of an eye. He also has one of the coolest attacks in the series, that being Roar of Time. Coming in at number 3 is Tyranitar. Tyranitar was introduced in Generation 2 and is number 248 in the Pokedex. It is one of the very few non-dragon pseudo-legendary Pokemon to exist to this day. This guy literally crumbles mountains just by walking and is apparently so rock hard that it can't be harmed by any attack. I gained a great fondness for Tyranitar after first watching Pokemon Forever, in which the big bad of the movie stole one from a poacher and used it against the heroes. He was beyond powerful, and anytime they pop up in the anime, everyone fears them. The number 2 spot goes to Dragopol. This is a Dragon and Ghost pseudo-legendary Pokemon introduced in Generation 8 and is number 887 in the Pokedex. This thing launches its babies out of its head, and I love the Stealth Bomber appearance that goes along with that. It's also a unique idea that they are ghosts of an extinct Pokemon as opposed to being a fossil. Overall, they have a great design and a great lore. Finally, my favorite Pokemon of all time is Totodile. Totodile is a Generation 2 starter and is number 158 in the Pokedex. This thing plays around so much, but he can just bite your arm off without even thinking about it. I love his high amount of goofy energy in the anime, and he is beyond adorable when he does his little dances. Those personality traits make him, in my opinion, the cutest Pokemon to exist by far. To this day, if I play through a Gen 2 game, I always choose Totodile, and I do not let it evolve. Sure, he isn't as powerful as Feraligatr, but boy, he sure is a cutie pie. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up DnA Plays Top 10 all-time favorite Pokemon. Leave a comment and tell us your favorite Pokemon and why you love it so much. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, drop a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.